Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mindful Katharsis. Today, we will be discussing peace through impermanence. We're going to talk about 5 simple rules for seeking peace through impermanence. How to find self-acceptance and personal growth out of the process. And then we're going to meditate on some things that can help us find self-acceptance and personal growth while accepting change in our lives. Finding peace in the impermanent nature of all things. There isn't one specific or direct answer or path for this particular quest. However, there are some key points that can be looked at and addressed, like accepting that change is a natural and inevitable part of life. Learning to let go of attachment to people, things, and outcomes. Practicing mindfulness and living in the present moment. Developing a strong inner foundation of peace, calm, and contentment. Cultivating a positive outlook and attitude towards life and its challenges. Building healthy and supportive relationships. And engaging in regular self-care and self-nourishment activities. As you let these things sink in, I want you to take a deep breath in and exhale out, releasing all the tension out your body, finding a peaceful position and focusing on being in the present. I want you to tune out all of the noise and negativity as you focus on being in this present moment. I want you to not think of anything that came before this moment or what will come after. Focus on you. Focus on your mental health. Focus on your spiritual and physical well-being. And indulge in your self-care. Once you've found that peaceful position, I want you to prepare yourself as we start our 5-minute breathing. The 5 simple rules for seeking peace through impermanence. The 5 simple rules are: 1. Keep your heart open to change. The world is changing and we must change with it. Sometimes we get stuck in our ways and we get stuck on one way of doing things or seeing things from that one perspective, that we forget to be open to the possibilities of something new and maybe even something better. So we have to keep an open mind so that we can keep growing and growing with the change that's happening around us. Because nothing is going to stay the same forever. So we must embrace the change, no matter how little, no matter how big. It's not always bad when things change. It really can be a good change. 2, be willing to let go of what's no longer working. It's important to be willing to let go of what's no longer working. Whether it's in your relationships, romantic, family, friends, or even in business, your company. We can't be afraid to separate ourselves so that we can be the best version of ourselves. Sometimes we hold on to things and people so long and so hard that we ignore that these things that we're holding on to might actually be toxic for us. They might keep us from achieving our best and being our best. And it might work the other way around as well. Holding on to a toxic relationship might also keep the person that we're holding on to from being their best and branching out. Letting go to find out how things can be better and be different. And that doesn't mean that just because you let go, you can't be reunited or come back to that thing. But if it's not working, you do need to find another path that is working. Otherwise, it can do you a lot more harm than good. 3, don't get attached to outcomes. In life, it's important to remember that we can't always get what we want. The key is to focus on the process and not the end result. Sometimes we want things to happen so much, and we've already decided in our mind what that should look like and how we're supposed to go about getting it done, and how we need it to happen for it to truly make us happy in life. That we mess up the blessing and the opportunity that we could truly have an experience if we just don't focus so much on how we think things should be, that we might get something even better. Four, don't take things personally. The truth is, everything isn't about you. And I know that's a hard concept to come into, especially when we are faced with people who have a certain attitude about us, or if we didn't achieve a thing that we really wanted, maybe that promotion. But you have to think about that someone else's attitude isn't necessarily about you, but it's about how they view life and the things that they want in their life, how they've set up rules, what their perspective is. They're going off of the rules in their life, which isn't necessarily about you. It's about what they decided they were going to do and how they were going to feel. The promotion that you wanted isn't necessarily rejecting you. They have the ideal candidate in their mind. It doesn't mean that you weren't good enough. It just means that they have a set ideal that they're still looking for. Which is why, if we're open-minded, things like that won't happen. And maybe they wouldn't have passed on you because you were actually the perfect person for that job. When we stop taking offense so personally, we can find that life becomes less stressful and more enjoyable. We have to change our attitude and the way we see things and realize that it's not always about us. It's not about what we're not doing right or how we didn't add up. It's just that that particular opportunity or that particular person didn't see us the way we needed to be seen, and that is okay. Don't reject yourself from that person, because they may come around, or a better promotion or opportunity may come around for you. Don't get stuck on other views or other rules of what society has said should happen. And 5, don't resist what is. There are many reasons why people find themselves resisting something. For example, some people might resist going to the dentist because they don't like what they're going to experience. Others might resist a new diet because they are fixated on liking something that is unhealthy. Sometimes we're resisting something that doesn't even need to be a factor because we're missing out on the greater good, the greater picture, the greater opportunity that lies in front of us. If you stop focusing on the fact that you want your ice cream or your chocolate or your salt and sugar, you could think about the fact that you don't have to possibly let that go completely unless it really is detrimental to your health. But being healthy and eating healthier things are going to pay off in the end, and that's what should be focusing on. Change isn't bad. Growth isn't bad. So embrace it. Self-acceptance and personal growth. Self-acceptance and personal growth. It is important to remember impermanence is a natural part of life, and that everything is constantly changing. It is important to accept that change is inevitable and to embrace it. Additionally, it is important to focus on personal growth and development. By accepting change and growing as a person, it is possible to find self-acceptance and personal growth out of the process of impermanence. Lastly, it is important to remember that growth is a lifelong process, and there is no end goal. Our meditation practice, self-acceptance and personal growth, some suggestions for finding self-acceptance and personal growth out of the process. Is exploring what causes you discomfort or dissatisfaction in your life. Why do certain things bother you? What do you hope to change by accepting impermanence? So I want you to find that peaceful position again. Take a deep breath in and exhale out. And when you're ready, close your eyes. As you're still breathing in and exhaling out, breathing in the positive changes in your life and exhaling any negative energy that might be trying to stop you from growing. I want you to reflect on times when you have struggled with change in the past. What helped you get through those tough times? What did you learn about yourself? Identify your values and priorities. What is most important to you? What do you want to focus on in your life? I want you to breathe in the calm Exhale out the frustrations. Let yourself be okay with the developing person you are becoming. Let yourself think in new creative ways. Ask yourself how you can see a situation from a different perspective, a new perspective. How can you keep growing? What roadblocks have you set up for yourself? How can you remove those roadblocks out of your path? How do you get stronger? Self-acceptance means accepting yourself for who you are as a person. This means accepting your flaws and mistakes and understanding that you cannot change them or make them disappear. The goal of self-acceptance is to be able to love yourself unconditionally, without any conditions or expectations from others. To accept is reality, is to learn to accept change and to just focus on what you can control. Practice self-compassion. Be kind and understanding with yourself as you journey towards self-acceptance. Now I want you to take another deep breath in and exhale out. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I want to thank you for gracing me with your presence. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste, blessings, and love.